All right, guys, so I made a huge oopsie today. I made a huge mistake. I can explain. It's a terrible accident. Terrible indeed. So, if you've been following my channel, you know that I've been into Palantir for some time. Ever since Cloudera went private, I've always wanted to buy another big data company because, in my opinion, big data is going to run the world. The world's future is in big data, whether you like it or not. And Palantir, one thing I like about Palantir is that it's got strong results. And even, against companies that I love, like Gevo, that's going to bring results in the future, like Palantir is bringing results now. But I said at the time that I wasn't going to be interested in Palantir unless it dropped below $20. And at the time, Palantir was trading like 25, 26 bucks. And I never thought I was going to see Palantir drop below 20 bucks. I never thought that at all. I thought that I had missed a boat. And so I was going to invest vicariously through ARK. Well, I was at work today when my phone went off and the Fidelity price action alerted me that Palantir dropped below $20. So naturally, I was going to take my phone and throw it away so I wouldn't give in to temptation, right? That's what I was going to do, just throw my phone away. Then I guess my workmate kicked my chair in, or a strong wind blew and I stumbled forward or something, and I accidentally logged into Fidelity. And I figured, while I'm here, I might as well buy some shares of ARK because that's a lot cheaper today, especially with the sell-off for today. And I guess I misspelled ARK because next thing I know, I'm at the Palantir, stock buy screen. And I was like, you know what, enough's enough. I'm just going to stand up, break my phone, and just walk away. And I guess I stumbled or tripped or something because one thing led to another, and I accidentally bought 85 shares. Yeah, 85 shares. Now, on a more serious note, I never thought I would see Palantir drop below $20. So for this to hit 1974 or as low as 1938, this was just too good to pass up. I can't say. My sweet spot, because this right here, the money I invested, this is not the full amount of what I want to have in this stock. This was just to get me started. If this goes to $17 or below in the near future, and given the performance of today, that's a very real possibility. If Palantir drops below $17 or something, I may have to add money to this Fidelity portfolio just to increase more shares of Palantir. I'd like to get this, if the price drops low enough, I'd like to get this to $5 grand invested, somewhere around then. And perceptive viewers of my channel, perceptive returning viewers of my channel, will note that Sony is no longer there. Now, I did sell Sony. Nothing against Sony. I still believe in the company. I still think it's going to do well in the future. It's just that, I only own 6 shares. I never got to build up my position. I never got to do that at all. So it's great that I was owning 70% returns, but it was only on $650 invested. Now with stocks like Revolve, that's no problem because Revolve was meant to be a growth stock, a 5x or a 10xer. Sony was not meant to be a 5xer or a 10xer. And for over the years, yeah, it was just it was just a shame to look at. So I took profits and I put those profits into Palantir. And let's just take a look at, some of Palantir's latest 10Q. These are just results that I just can't ignore anymore. One good thing, so I made a lot of videos on Gevo, and Gevo is a company that I am bullish on based on things that are coming along the way. But I think we all can agree that, at least right now, at this present moment, Gevo is kind of performing like shit. Now, that's fine. We're paying for things that are going to happen in the future. One of the good things about Palantir is that, you can look at the results right now. Just look at the revenue versus this quarter last year, both the 3 months and the 9 months. This is absolutely phenomenal. And if we take a look at the loss, the net income versus the net income this quarter last year, both 3 months and 9 months, you can see that they are drastically down. And which leads me to believe that, next year, if this continues, they're going to be profitable. And a note on that profitability. A lot of this loss is because of stock-based compensation. So take a look at this number right here. This is their this is their net loss. Now, their stock-based compensation is 184,835. So if you add this back to the loss, they're technically, because stock-based compensation is a non-cash expense, they are technically, on a cash flow basis, they are technically net income positive right now. And if you still don't believe me, you can see it right here in the cash flow. That's $240 million in positive cash flow from their operating activities in the 9 months of this year. And not only that, but Palantir is, if you clicked on this video, you already know, but Palantir is also raising its guidance for the fourth quarter. It went from the forecast of 402 million to 418 million. And they're going to, so instead of increasing the revenue for year over year of 30%, now they're expecting 40%, more than 40%. And if that's the case, then, like, I gotta say, I can't argue with results. And one thing to note, just in case you think that they're only getting better in the government as opposed to the commercial, because Palantir is trying to be known in the commercial space, and I think it's doing a very good job. Like, they're up on both the government side of the business and the commercial side of their business. They are doing well in all aspects. And you guys know how I love balance sheets. This balance sheet is phenomenal. Look at this. Look at his cash versus December the 31st. 2 billion to 2.3 billion, which is absolutely incredible. Their assets went up considerably. Their liabilities, the total liabilities, went down considerably, and they paid off what debt they had. Like, this balance sheet is one of the most beautiful balance sheets I've ever seen, at least in a very, very long time. So honestly, like, the stock being down right now is an absolute treat, and it apparently is going down even further after hours. And taking a look at the analyst estimates, like, we're talking now, these are just estimates. We don't know how this is actually going to play out, but if this plays out anywhere close to this, then we're gonna, like, I think we're gonna do well over the next 5 years. As far as the EPS, which, you know, 2.2 to 0.15, back to 0.2, that's fine, whatever. But after that, like, as far as the earnings, their analysts are expecting 39% a year for the next 5 years, which, if Palantir comes anywhere close to that, then honestly, I'm gonna be a huge buyer of the stock. Now, as far as my strategy, I said this earlier, but as long as Palantir keeps dropping, I'm gonna keep buying. I'm gonna like to give about $5,000, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We'll see how it goes. But that's only if the price keeps dropping, because I still want to keep the price in mind. I mean, valuation still sort of matters to me. Now, with growth stocks, you know, valuation sort of, you know, I think the rules relax a bit, but as long as it keeps dropping, I'll keep buying. But if it goes above 20, I will stop buying, and I will hold on to my shares. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.